Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to Truth Tuesdays with Grace. I am actually in a different city, but I wanted to make sure that I came and I did my Truth Tuesdays. I wanted to be consistent. That's a big word right now. Today's truth is something that I struggled with a little bit, to be completely honest. I talked with my husband about it. He told me to go forth, to go ahead and go in it. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump in. So life happens. Things happen. We get hurt. We don't understand. Things just happen. Some things we are responsible for. We did them. We made the decisions. We made the choices. Other things happen to us. We don't have anything to do with it. It just happens. So this particular thing that I'm going to talk about today, which will lead into our truth, is something that my husband and I have dealt with. My husband and I have been have been married for 10 years now, going into our 11th year, so we're moving. And we haven't talked much about this as far as to outside people. He and I have talked about it. We flushed through it, but it's not something we've talked about to other people. And when I talked to him about this, he said, yes, go, do it, talk about it. It's important. So what I wanted to talk about is the fact that he and I, in our 10 years of marriage, dealt with infidelity. Yes, I know that thing. We don't talk about that, right? But he and I dealt with infidelity. We made some mistakes here and there. Things happened. We each did some things we shouldn't have done. But the great thing that I learned from infidelity, from dealing with that whole situation, was that sometimes we get so caught up in being fearful that people will find out, that people will know what happened, that people will judge us, that, anything else, that we don't allow ourselves to be healed. We get so scared that somebody will find out the nasty and the dirty things that have happened in our lives, and we bind ourselves in a prison of our own making, and then we're bound and we can't get free. So what I learned from that whole situation, infidelity, over our 10 years of marriage, is that things really do happen. They really do. And we can try our best to say that nothing is going to happen, everything is going to be perfect. But the biggest thing to understand when we have a situation, when things happen, is that we can't allow fear of others, fear of disappointing anybody, fear of them judging us, fear of them not looking at us the same way, that we can't allow that fear to bind us in such a way that it doesn't allow us to be free. We all make mistakes. We all do things we should not do. God knows I've done many things. My husband will tell you he's done many things. My friends will tell you they've done many things. But if we would stop and just allow ourselves to be free from the fear of what others will think about us, oh God, how much better would our lives be? So my truth today is that fear is paralyzing. Fear will stop you from embracing a freedom that is your right when you mess up. We all mess up. We do things. But if you allow yourself to forgive the person who might have wronged you, and you decide that fear will not be the enabling factor in your situation, then you can be free. So truth today, fear is paralyzing, but it's up to you to break that chain. It really is. So again, he and I, we've talked about the infidelity. We've moved on. We've had counseling. We've talked through it. We've healed from it. And that's because we decided that fear would not be a factor in our marriage. And I thank God that we're pushing forward from that point. So if you're dealing with something, it may not be infidelity. It may be another situation. Maybe someone's hurt you. Maybe you've hurt them. Maybe you feel like you can't forgive yourself. Maybe they can't forgive you. Whatever's going on, do not allow this thing of fear to stop you from being free. All right, so I could go on forever. This has been a long time of learning, but I just want you to remember, fear is paralyzing, but it's up to you to break those chains. All right, so this has been your Truth Tuesday for today. Be blessed. Go ahead and break every single chain, and I'll talk to you soon.